Hello everybody, and welcome to episode 1 of Unfinished Business, the series where I'm going to show you my hobby projects that for one reason or another, or many, did not go anywhere, did not get finished. I found it fitting that Ogre Kingdoms for Warhammer Fantasy would be my first episode, since recently I did post a video of a couple of models that I mostly finished, just waiting for a dip, and I got a comment or two about where my ogres are at, show them off. So here they are. So here you go. These are the Ogre Kingdoms for Warhammer Fantasy. And this is my 5th Warhammer army. I was hoping that, a year ago now, I was hoping that I would be well on my way to finishing a fully painted army. And then I just got a few extra models, and we stopped playing Warhammer, and this project stopped, which is too bad. As you can see, I'm about halfway. I've got all of the main infantry done. I just need the extra, like the special and rare units and the characters to go. There is a chance I will add some more ogres to this army. If the bits that I have can make up a few more ogres, I'll get some bit parts, some loose bodies from one of the bits dealers, and add to my army. But that's something I'm going to have to decide later on. As of right now, this is my army. I could probably get to, I don't know, like 2,400 points, maybe more, maybe less, depending on how I kit them out. So I don't think I've ever used this entire army on the table at once, but I've come close, I think. It'll happen if my opponents don't mind facing ogres again, even though, as we've seen recently, they're not big fans of these monstrosities, these monstrous creatures, these giant, blubbery, massive... Anyway, let's see what I have. So here are my characters in a variety of states. So we'll start over here. This is my BSB, and of course I've used him numerous times. I've carried him around in a box. He's never broken, and today when I'm taking him out to showcase the army, he breaks. So this skull from the Stonehorn kit should be up here, and he should be this menacing, towering BSB of a guy which just towers over everybody. And ogres are big. This makes him huge. It's a kit bash, and I think I've seen something like this before online. And I don't know if I got this idea from the internet or I came up with it and then other people had the same idea, but this is from the Stonehorn kit, as is this banner pole from the Thunder Tusk part of it. And I'll show you my Thunder Tusk later and what I did instead. I think it looks great. I got a chain from the dollar store. He's chained up. And as soon as he's painted up, I think he's going to look absolutely great. So that's the BSB. And some other parts from other kits. I think his mask is appropriate for such a beast. Beside him is the Tyrant, or another Bruiser, depending on what he needs to be, but he'll act as my Tyrant, the leader of this Bloodstone clan. What did I call it? Is it Bloodstone clan, or you know what? I am so out of the fluff of ogres at this point that I forget what they're called. I forget if they're clans or what is it, but anyway, this is the leader. He's another kit bash. The most vivid points are his horns that I took from, they were extra bits from the Mornfang kit, which makes him extra menacing, extra big, extra awesome. His body is actually, now that I see it, I believe that is a lead belcher. Oh yeah, that's the lead belcher body. Oh, so that's where it is. I was wondering where it went, and that's what it is. And you can even see his stance is different. He's supposed to be on the, not a lead belcher, sorry, the Iron Blaster driver, who is a lead belcher, but he's special. And actually, one head is here, and one head is there, and the body is there, and I'm sure there's some other parts elsewhere. That's what it is. So I need to get a regular ogre body and attach the lead belcher driver's arms to it to be the driver of the Iron Blaster, which I'll show you later. But anyway, I was just wondering where it was. Anyway, big horns, two big cool guys. And here are what will become the Slaughtermaster and Butcher for the army. I believe the one on the left will be the Butcher, and the one on the right will be the Slaughtermaster. I just need to green stuff some aprons and maybe fill in their guts to make them a bit bigger, a bit more bulkier. I'll add a bunch of bits to their sides, like hooks in their skin, and slabs of meat hanging down, and more hooks, and a bear trap, and maybe cut one of their hands off and add a cleaver to it, and have cleavers in their hands. You know, very butchery, slaughtermastery stuff. Because I don't like the GW characters, I decided to make my own, and with a bunch of converting, kit bashing, it's actually pretty easy. They're not as bulky and massive, but I guess with the way you kit them out, they could be definitely different on the battlefield. But I gotta move on. Let's see. Here are 2 units for lead belchers, which they could be one big unit, or you know, whatever you have to do with them. But there's 2 units there. They're all unique. All the heads are different, I believe. I tried to make everything as different as possible, colors and all that. The ones in the front are a bit more finished than the ones in the back. I put the black soot around the muzzles of the cannons on the front ones, but I forgot to do it on the ones in the back, which was, I don't know why I did it, why I forgot, but it was silly, and that's fine. They're all dipped, and just like the rest of the infantry that we're going to see coming up, they're dipped, and they just need a matte anti-shine spray, and then basing, and they'll be done. So I'll have to wait until spring. I should have had them done in the summer. I had all these days that I should have done them, but I didn't. So that's too bad. But this year is the year of the Ogre, I guess. This army will get done. I'm pretty hopeful, and I'm pretty sure it'll happen. Next are a bunch of ogres, ogre bulls. You can see I've got a couple of banners. There's a mix of 2-handed weapons, and one's fitted out with iron fists. A nice mix. Again, everybody is unique. I tried to not repeat any heads. I may have repeated some here, but they're going to be pretty close to being all unique. And if I do get more, I'll have to make sure I make them unique as well. Here are the iron guts, which when I've used recently, I haven't really been fond of them. They strike last, and their armor is only heavy, so they die pretty easily. But I guess with a big enough unit, they'll survive. But I don't really like that whole gut star unit, as they call them. But if it has to be done, it has to be done. Look on my blog. I'll post a link to my blog again, and you can see some close-ups of all of these infantry that I finished so far, including like this guy's mask, which is really cool, and some other stuff. But as soon as they're actually finished with the anti-shine spray and the basing, I will take much better pictures. I'll get the light box out again, maybe more videos. We'll see, but I'll update this this army later on, and you can see their progress. All right, I'm going to move on. Behind them are 5 Fenrisian wolves, which I've converted into Saber Tusks for this army, which are like little throwaway units that are good for redirecting and stopping marches, and you know, maybe hunting war machines and stuff. I really like the sculpts of the Fenrisian wolves. I really like them, so I picked them up. And I know some other people have used Fenrisian wolves for the Saber Tusks. I do prefer these sculpts over the real Saber Tusks one, and honestly, you get 5 for the price of 2, which you can't beat. So this was an easy choice, and you'll see one guy is primed. He might get painted sometime soon, hopefully. We'll see. Here is the Iron Blaster. He looks assembled, but if you can tell, this big horn that's holding the cannon up, that can come out, so can the cannon, and it can all come off of the Rhinox. The Rhinox is glued down, the rest is not. I have to paint these in sub-assemblies, just because there's so many little hidden details and hidden areas that it would definitely be a good idea to paint in sub-assemblies, like, of course, Warboss Tay did. He did a fantastic job, and I could only hope to have a paint job somewhere similar to his. Anywhere similar to his would be fine. But yeah, that guy will get done at some point. And again, I do need an extra body now to make the lead belcher, so I guess I have to buy extra bodies either way. Here is my Thunder Tusk, and he's pretty much a Thunder Tusk, except he has the tail from the Stonehorn, and he's got that set of trophies in this big like jaw thing. This is actually from the Stonehorn part as well. But since I used the banner pole from the Thunder Tusk, I had to put something back there, and it actually worked out very well that the Hunter's trophy set could go behind these guys, and I think it looks really cool too. Those two guys that I painted the other day, which I actually forget where they are right now, they go on top of there. And this guy's primed, so he could actually get painted sometime soon. I might put him and that one primed Saber Tusk dog up on the list of things to paint and actually bring them to the painting table. So that's possible. Excuse me. And now the unit that Andrew absolutely hates to the point where I'm not allowed to use them until I have to. The Mournfang Cavalry. They're not indestructible, but they've done real heavy damage on Andrew's armies. And the one on the right his base is warping, and that really sucks. But anyway, these guys are they're beasts. They're really good. I'm a fan of them. You know, they've died. I've had them lose combat massively and run away and just die, which really sucked. But for the most part, they are chompers. And I've got these drums from a Mordor troll that my friend gave me, and those will be for the musician when I make him. I already have, I think, what would be a champion and a bannerman, a standard bearer, and there's the parts for the musician. I just need to get the other bodies. I forget what they are. They've got to be in one of my bins where all my minis are. So those are going to come. Anyway, so this is my Ogre Kingdoms army, which you may or may not see anytime soon in a battle report, depending on if my opponents let me play with them. Otherwise, you'll see them as paint fodder, and hopefully I'll get this army to a fully painted status sometime this year. I'm really hoping I can, even if it takes until the summer. That would be absolutely fine with me, but I want a fully painted Warhammer army, and if this is it, this is it. So next time you see these guys as a whole, hopefully they'll be a little bit more painted. Even if I paint a couple more units or characters by then, that'll be good for me. Anyway, thanks for watching. Definitely appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed episode 1 of Unfinished Business, and if you're looking forward to more, you should see a bolt action one coming up pretty soon, and there are many, sadly many others that I can post very soon. So keep a lookout for those, and keep a lookout for more hobby videos and more work coming up in the very near future. Thanks again for watching. Comment questions below. I'll send a link to my blog, and thanks a lot. See you later, guys. Bye.